couple pivots in here.
We can talk after that.
No.
Let me see on this side. Okay.
How do you protect yourself from breakage or stuff?
Well, let's first put out the fact that the tablets are very cheap. We pay from $70 to $100 per tablet based on quantity. If the tablet gets stolen, we have a tracking system that allows that we, as soon as the tablet goes out of the Wi-Fi range, it will try to connect to any Wi-Fi and broadcast the location. If the tablet breaks, we just assume the cost and we send a new tablet to the restaurant. Over there.
I have a quick question. What's to prevent me, say that I'm a restaurant owner, what's to prevent me from getting my own tablet and then just doing the same thing that you guys are doing? Because if you guys are paying a monthly subscription fee, that's fine, but then that'll add up where I could just buy my own tablet and then do what you guys are doing.
That is fine if you can buy your own tablet, but think about buying 40 tablets. Are you gonna, the cost of maintaining all those tablets, that what happens if they break, what are you gonna do? It's a big hassle for restaurant owners. And those folks are extremely busy. They don't care about that. They just want something that works. If it breaks, I'll call someone to fix it. That's the question.
What's the Brazilian open table?
I'm sorry?
The Brazilian open table?
The Brazilian open table is called Zupa.
Zupa? I couldn't find this. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
So, Christine was yelling at me that I didn't call on her, so now is your opportunity to make your announcement quickly. Come on, stand up.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm the founder of e-commerce website for moms called Jumblezar, and we're looking for Rails developers. We are about to launch, and we want to add people to our team. Also, I'm the founder of Midday Tech Gals, and we are having our next big event on March 27th. Heidi Messer is coming to talk to our group. There's 30 seats available. I just put it up 2 days ago. 15 are gone. So if you're in the room and you're a lady, sign up for Midday Tech Gals and come to our next meetup. It's going to be awesome.
Ladies only. All right, good job, Carlos. Next up, Square One. Good job. Come on.
Hi there. Excuse me. I'm Jared Pass with Square One. Gary Stout, Business Development Manager. I'm the CEO. We are I'll say up front, this is more of a product pitch, not really a company pitch. We're venture backed, we're fully funded for now. So we'll walk you through what we're offering our team. So we're based in New York, and we have a team of 7 right now. Diverse backgrounds, some entrepreneurs. My background is more finance and strategy. The idea is, and we don't have a lot of time, so I'll jump right into it. The idea is we're reinventing the business card. And we're turning this piece of paper into something that is focused on enterprises, something that can be really a dynamic, interactive marketing channel for large companies. The idea is everyone uses business cards. Some companies have tried to displace the actual physical card, but we don't believe it's actually going away in the near future. And we think there's a lot of value that you can generate by connecting the business card to the online world. The idea is simple. You can generate leads and engage leads from the business card. The information, the contextual data you can get about leads from that experience from face-to-face marketing by empowering your employees to generate these leads can be integrated automatically into your CRM and provide a nice marketing opportunity. The idea, there are 3 pillars really of our platform. We have custom online ordering sites. Just last week we opened up an account with 1,600 employees in 39 offices around the world, and they needed a solution to buy business cards. Instead of going to a local printer, they now are doing everything smart and doing it online. We also have a unique form factor for the physical business card. We're trying to do everything smart about business cards, whether it's the physical card, the way you order them, or the value you get from them. So Gary just handed out these cards. The idea is if you take one, hopefully around that, you pull one out, they seamlessly detach. So we've patented the way that we cut this that allows us to package this form factor so that it can detach. And then we are creating, and what we're launching this summer, where we spent the majority of our capital, is mobile business cards. And the idea is they come with an online dashboard analogous to the way a company will deploy the regular business cards. They will be able to manage centrally their mobile business cards, and they can dictate, we'll walk through it, but they dictate the parameters of what their employees can have on these mobile business cards. So,
Hi, I'm Gary. They said for me to picture everybody in their underwear and I'd feel better. I still feel like I'm going to throw up though. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the solution and how it works. You want to hear the presentation? All right, so they scan the card. It takes them to a landing page right there where they have two options. They can view the company profile or view Frank's profile. In this case, we use Frank Abagnale, and he's from Catch Me If You Can. And it'll take them to the company profile where you can see it on the top there, or the bottom, it's the employee profile. And I'll show you in the next slide how this kind of seamlessly goes into whatever fields you have in your CRM, like Salesforce, for example. Okay, so this is Frank Abagnale's profile. I just scanned your card, pull up this profile, and you guys can actually scan it right now with your phones and pull up his profile. It's in beta, so if it doesn't work, don't throw tomatoes at me or beat me up after this. You can contact Frank right there, it'll automatically populate, and you can see you can call him or email him. You can add him as a contact into your phone. It's Android or your iOS, it'll go into your contact list. Or you can send Frank your information. So what that does is it kind of qualifies the lead. You met him at a trade show, you're interested in doing business with him, you send him your information, which will populate, and then you can put a note in there. You can attach a file and submit it to Frank. What that does is it creates a lead form in the Salesforce database, or CRM, I keep saying Salesforce. They'll also get an email saying, so-and-so is interested in doing business with you, and you can qualify it. There's going to be a few questions there that they choose. This is a hot lead, what product are they interested in, et cetera, and those will flow into your Salesforce fields as well. So however you qualify your leads, we can set that up for you. The next is the company profile. So right here you can put whatever action items you want, whatever call to actions you have. This is completely customizable by the company. So they can connect with the company, they can read information about the company. You want to have some nice action items in there so it entices them to click on it and learn more about your company. From there we have the management dashboard. This is still in the early stages. What it does is it tracks the scans, what campaign links, so those action items that you saw there, right here, it tracks them, who's clicking on them. So maybe this one's not doing as well as this one, so remove that and get a better one.
all right, I'll sum it up very quickly. I think the idea is every company has employees. They already have business cards. They already have online content. Their employees have their own personal mobile content. Why not aggregate them, marry them in such a way that allows you to really benefit from this and create a new marketing channel out of your face-to-face interactions, period.
These are some of our clients right now.
All right, I love the concept. I think it's brilliant. So just two quick questions.
Just stop right there.
Thanks.
How do I look in my underwear?
I didn't throw up.
Right. Two quick questions. One, why don't we get rid of the cards, have everything stored in the phone, and just have some sort of bump integration?
So our
that way, that's my first question. Okay. Two is this a native app, or is it just because I saw it was a web view? So I think it should be native. Okay.
So this is a microsite. Now, we are building a native app. We're launching all of this in May. We have some prominent large companies that have signed on to be beta users. The first question, sorry.
Yeah, first question was, why don't we get rid of the cards, just do something like two iPhones?
Our business model takes that into consideration. We're agnostic with how you access the online world. If ultimately the cards disappear and people want to bump, that's fine. Now, bumping is only on Android phones, and apparently, from our own experience and from what we hear, it doesn't work a lot. And
no, but you can bump on iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
what transcends that is that, and we've been at this now a year, we've yet to meet a company that doesn't have a physical business card. There are 5 or 6 venture-backed companies doing this. None of them have a physical or are offering a physical business card. And I think it's a missing ingredient, at least for the foreseeable future, for this to work. You need some bridge to get to them. But these things, by the way, which part of my language, but a lot of people come to our office and they chat on them, and then at the end of the meeting, they take their card out and they give it to you. Because they work, and it's been around as part of etiquette and protocol. So part of our business model included having a physical card and also having a form factor that we think, I think it's analogous to the Keurig coffee machine. It makes sense that you would make 1 cup of coffee at once. It makes sense that these cards come. It makes more sense that the cards come in something that can protect them and you can leave, you know, cards wherever you want them and have them when you need them. It makes more sense than having loose cards. So that's, for now, at least what we're doing.
Great. Brown Jared.
Yeah, so I mean, when I think this is really cool, but for people that aren't salespeople, that don't, all this stuff doesn't tie directly into like some type of CRM system. If I'm just, how do you, like if you've got Card Munch, you've got Evernote Hello, you've got Bump.
Sure.
How are you going to differentiate yourself, or is it going to be a very specific target with sort of like the sales and marketing?
Those companies are facilitating exchange of contact information. That's great. That's good. Some companies are aggregating social media, like a hub for your Facebook and your LinkedIn. We're doing more, and we're also deploying. We're doing more in the sense that you can market and you can track the marketing. It's not that technologically difficult to exchange now contact information digitally, but we think there's an opportunity to engage people right when you meet them with, you know, with whatever content they want. And we want to remember, this is an enterprise focus, so we're giving enterprises the ability to set the parameters and to deploy this to thousands of people at a time without having to do it manually. So they can say, no, we as an organization, we don't want Facebook, or yes, we're okay with LinkedIn, and they can monitor it and track it. So we think that there's more than just facilitating content exchange.
And don't forget, we're an overall solution. We sell the card, we have the ordering site, and we have the online mobile site. So, you know, we go to a corporation that has, like we just landed a few weeks ago, they have 37 offices throughout the world. And each office was getting business cards from a local printer. So there's no brand continuity. Their colors were off, their cards were different. They couldn't print them, they can go to one source now and order everything. And you know what, they don't have to have a mobile application. They can just use our cards and have a streamlined ordering system. So we're kind of a full solution.
Well, to begin with, I'll say it's a fantastic idea. However, I come from the web background, and what I see is this idea getting fame year after year instead of, you know, getting more popularity. What I mean by that is referring to the idea of bumping or having some kind of solution wherein a physical media is fading, getting more, you know, virtual in terms of. So from a company vision and from an investor's point of view, what's your, I mean, where do you see yourself, let's say 3 years or 5 years down the line? Because I've been hearing a lot about physical cards than, you know, really a vision from a company perspective.
Sure. So we don't think the physical card is going away in the foreseeable future. For us, though, and we'll be, you know, we don't think there's no sustainable barrier to entry, really, with a lot of this. However, if we can do this over the next 2 years, and bring in the customers that some of our beta users, frankly, we'll have a great business and we'll be extremely captive. Once you bring it, it's amazing how much is involved and how much work you have to do with an enterprise to get their business card business. Forget the online element. So you'll have captive customers, and the margins on both the cards, which are orders come in every day, and the upfront cash from the deferred revenues of a SaaS model for the card hub, the online cards. It's a great business model. Now, what can sustain this and potentially protect this if we create a brand? And that's the idea.
Good job. All right. How about a quick round of applause for all three startups? Oh, so we've been sitting for a long time. Before we get to the main event, everybody stand up, high five your neighbor.
I'm Bill. Nice to meet you, Bill. I'm the worst high five. Yeah, I'm Bill.
All right, sit back down. Sit back down.
I like your standing up part.
All right, so now I'm very pleased to introduce you guys to David Kidder. He's an entrepreneur with a wide range of marketing and technology expertise focused on social, mobile, and search advertising and product development. He's the co-founder and CEO of Bionic, an enterprise accelerator platform. Prior to Bionic, David served as the co-founder and CEO of Clickable, an online advertising software as a service acquired by Syncaps. Prior to Clickable, Kidder founded SmartRay Network, a mobile advertising pioneer acquired by LifeMinders, and NetX, a web authoring platform acquired by Target Vision. Kidder is a graduate of the Rochester Institute of Technology and received ID Magazine's International Design Award and Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2008. He's an active angel investor through his fund Alt Option Return. Is a founding member of the Acumen Fund 1% and serves, which you should definitely check out, we've had them here before, and serves on the National Board of the Smithsonian. He's the creator and co-author of the two-time New York Times bestselling 5-book series, The Intellectual Devotional, published by Rodale. His latest book, The Startup Playbook, was released in January 2013, published by Chronicle Books. He lives in Westchester County, New York, with his wife and 3 sons. He doesn't know this. Well, he knows he was the very first speaker at our very first New Jersey Tech Meetup at a bar down the street where actually we're going to go to afterwards. It's kind of the reason we're here, because the very first technology event that I went to was a startup weekend about 4 years ago where he was the main speaker, where I was first like, holy crap, these people exist, they're just like me. And I was completely inspired by David. He's now also a friend and advisor in my company, and I'm just really thrilled to welcome him back to Hoboken, so please help me warmly welcome back David Kidder.
I didn't know you were actually going to read that, dude. That's like ridiculous. Okay, so I have like stand in front of this, so I can't like walk around, which is really hard with my ADD. So thanks for having me. I love entrepreneurs. I am an entrepreneur of modest background, but love the journey. And so, has anybody ever seen me talk about this before? Anybody seen me talk about this before? I've done it like a couple times now. Okay, you did, right? Oh yeah, that's good. 10. This is like brand new. I've added 1 or 2 years live. So, this is a book I just finished that launched in January. Obviously, the name is Startup Playbook. And it was part of a personal journey of building companies, and because it's a lot of the way it feels when you build startups. It's a hard road of early rewards, and then you go into these things called dips, long chapters of grinding failure where you have multiple moments of blinking at death. So it's you actually find your way out. So in those moments, you're kind of like you're living out your little movie, right? And you live movie after movie, you probably like actually live one movie at a time. And at some point, you realize that the advantage that an investor has to you is that they've like invested in and watched 100 movies, right? And your moments you're going to have when you just want to like do anything to get the answer, to get out of here, right? Just to find a way to actually build your company successfully and take away the pain. And so I found myself in a couple chapters in my career that I've raised like way too much money. Many companies over probably 60 million over the last 15 years. And there's moments where you just realize that this is just a long road, and it typically happens after the first couple of years. So I went out and started getting answers. My last fund, the one before that, were backed by